the quickening. And most of the people here, probably people that have logged online or are going to watch this later in a DVD, and if you have friends, get the DVD. Copy the DVD. Get it to as many people as you can, because if they don't understand that the asking the right spiritual questions and stopping the balkanization based on religion or on color or on nation or on anything, on money, is the dialectics that are used to destroy our world. And the masters of our world are very evil. They're indwelt by astral beings. We might call them demon-possessed, as in other cultures and religions call them. But in fact, what they are is they are astral parasites. We call them transdimensional demonic beings. And that's where I mentioned earlier, we have to understand that our world is ruled by spiritual powers and principalities that are beyond the mind of man. And in higher cultures and other civilizations, they know this. And why do people sense a massive change in the nature of our world, and why the central theme of the end times? You hear it over and over again, cataclysm. Why? It's because all of our religions, all of our books, all of our histories have known deep within our DNA, within our psyche, we know that cataclysm is the very basis of the nature of our world. It's not an anomaly to have a tsunami or to have a global pole shift or to have an ice age. It's actually the nature. Mankind has 23 genes that do not exist in any other mammal. We have origins that are not from this world. We are a very ancient being. And not only our physical body, but our spirit body, we are eternal. We are literally made in the image of the Most High God, whether we're a little child like my daughter was 14 with Down syndrome, or we're a grandmother, or we're a person that's black or brown or yellow, whatever, anywhere in the world. We also have to not only respect all human life, but all other life forms, because the biophotonic and the scalar energies that they generate literally allows our bodies and our world to exist. So when the great whales are being destroyed as they travel through their whale pathways, which our ships know, they won't change our shipping lanes, which they could move very easily because they are killing all the great whales. These frequencies that they generate actually generate a scalar hologram that allows our world to exist. So literally, the scalar matrix that allows like our body to exist, if you infuse the body with scalar energies from a directed energy weapon, or you shut off the normal scalar frequencies that allow your hologram, which makes your cells what you are and make you literally physically exist, you fall apart. And so our planet is dying. The coral reefs are dying. The oceans are becoming acid. We have 200 dead zones. There are now the ozone hole over Antarctica is the largest it has been in history. And then they want to blame global warming on us driving the gas-guzzling giants that the oil industry gives us, which is a lie, because we could have 100-mile-an-hour cars, we could have water engines, we could have Tesla engines. In fact, I talked to one gentleman who we'll be talking to later this spring. He's going in production here in California with a Tesla engine that has no moving parts. And I've actually got his patent, so it does exist in the U.S. Patent Office. There's all kinds of machines. If you look at Tom Bearden's work, zero-point energy is the very nature of the universe. Everything above the fourth dimension is part of the singularity. And the best way to think of it, think of the four lower dimensions as four strings, okay? And the fifth dimension and above to the 12th is part of what's called a singularity. So this point in the fifth dimension here on this table is literally at the same point on the other side of the galaxy. Okay? Do you see what I mean in the fifth dimension? And so you have to understand the sixth, the seventh, the eighth. And what's going on is those strings are literally sounding on like a musical instrument on the body of the scalar instrument of the higher dimensional plane. So when you see things like crop circles, what you're actually seeing is the energy being burst from the ionosphere coming down toward Earth and carrying hyperspace archetypes and actually displaying them like images on the ground. So you're actually seeing a transmission of higher dimensional intention that's being translated into intelligent shapes when they're burned on the ground. Does that make sense? So when you see images that show positions of the planets or images of things that look otherworldly, it's because they're from other worlds. Right? And the big thing of the apocalypse is the unveiling, is that we are not the center of the universe, that mankind is not the only sentient being, that the earth is not, they used to say in Copernican ideas that the sun rotated around the earth. Well, I need to say that God does not rotate around man. There was a statement to be